Hello everybody, this is Mateo, and unfortunately, Kamek has been saved. And the giant Yoshi Shrew ran away. By the way, in case they haven't mentioned it yet, his name is Yub, so I'm going to refer to him as that for now. So yeah. And now Kamek is on the run. At least he or she, what gender is Kamek? I'm pretty sure it's a girl. However, I'm not 100% sure. Until then, I'm probably going to wrongfully call it a her. So, that's just how I always knew it as, so there you go. It's like Birdo, it's really confusing. Why is it all the Mario characters? I have no idea. But either way, Kamek has now opened the way for us to move on in this world. So let's finally get going. I mean, that entire screen took like pretty much all of the video last time, along with getting here, but now we're actually going to get some gameplay and battles and stuff. I think, 100 coins, nice. This is one, there aren't really that many times where you have super long cutscenes like that, but they had to introduce Yub, who I honestly think is a really cool sub-villain for this area, if you would. And there goes Kamek flying off. And here we are in this building. We got some more Yoshi's cookies that apparently she didn't grab, even though she was looking for cookies to give to Baby Bowser. But oh well. So, hey, there's one for each of us. Or we could just leave them behind, because that would be stealing. However, Luigi is totally okay with stealing. So let's go ahead and take some of these cookies. Oh yeah. And let's have one. Oh wait. There's Baby You. Don't worry, Bigger Luigi, that just means that you tasted it in the past. So that's good. I guess you kind of just fed both of yourselves in a way, in some paradoxical, strange, the universe should be imploding right now way. But, oh well, we're still okay. Or maybe this has all just become a figment of our imagination, now that we are dead. I don't know, perhaps this is heaven. Perhaps this is hell. I don't know. Either way, we are now in an actual place, and as you can see on the map, sort of, there are supposed to be 3 colored blocks flashing continuously. You can kind of see them now, but because of the whole frame thing, it's not really going to be flashing all too much. They're just going to kind of be there for a minute, and then not be there like they are right now. I couldn't have timed that any better, to be quite honest. But we need to get them to activate and stay there forever. And to halt our progress, Kamek is going to be a pyromaniac and light everything on fire, including that area right in our way. But it isn't that bad. Zip zap zow. Bibbidi bobbidi boop. Yeah, I do think I'm tough. I can go through the fire and flames. Mario used to control fire. This is nothing. Well, in the last game, you were able to have Mario go into the fountain type things, and he would drink water, and Luigi would be able to hit him with something, and then he would shoot the water out. However, in this game, Mario apparently lost that ability, and instead, Baby Mario can do that. It's because the babies are the ones with the hammer. And just like in the last game, Baby Luigi can hit him with the hammer, and he will shoot a glob of water out. This isn't used all too much, but it's used quite a bit in this world. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of flame that we have to get rid of, as well as in one other instance. I think there's only one other instance when it's used. Not a whole lot of fountains going on here, mainly just Yoshi's Island, and then a future area that we'll get to later. And if I could get into a fight with this guy, man, getting into a fight with these guys is so difficult because they just happen to fly just high enough for you to not be able to hit them. But here we have Pidgeots. You may remember them from Super Mario Bros. 2, the American version. Basically, their only attack is that they will go up there like you saw, and go back and forth, and then back again. And depending on which one they did first, if they go back and then down, they're aiming for Mario. If they're in the front and they go down, they'll aim for Luigi. And also if they hop right before they swoop down, they will stop like right before they hit one of the bros. So you have to account for that. It's kind of like the Shy Guy that I never showed. The one with the bullet bill blasted on his head. But yeah, it's kind of like that. You saw it, so you should know how to do it. And here on this spring we can find a thing. We're on a cloud apparently, because that works. Totally, clouds are solid. And here we have some new enemies. I forget what these guys are called. However, if you see a Pidgeot with a coin bag on its carpet, aim for that guy first, because he has a whole bunch of coins and he may run away, so you want to make sure that you kill him first. As for these guys, they're kind of like the spiny Shroopas. Oh man, I got lucky with this guy still attacking me. See, there you go, he stopped, like I said. But anyways, here we have Garvantulas, or something like that. And you want to make sure... Narantulas, okay. You want to make sure that you hit them with the hammer, because they could possibly be that red variety that has no spikes, or they could also be a green version in which they do have spikes. So you want to be careful with that. And I thought that because of that, if I jumped on them on the screen, they would hurt me in the beginning of the battle because I jumped on a spiked enemy. But I tried it out later and that actually doesn't take effect. So you can just jump on these guys, no problemo, but after you start the battle, you want to make sure that you're hammering them until you get rid of their clouds and figure out whether they're spiked or not. So there you go. And pretty much you're only going to be fighting them with the babies. I mean, they usually show up in the clouds and you never fight them with anything but the babies. So they aren't that strong. And here's some more of them. So go ahead, still hammering them because I don't know. And missing for that matter, there we go. And the hammer will possibly daze some enemies, confuse them so they don't attack. So that's nice. Although I still think that the jump is better because it'll do some extra damage. Excuse me. Now if I could get a drink of water, thank you. Actually, I could use a drink of water right now with that cough and all, and my voice kind of going out, which is really weird. Okay, hopefully that didn't show up in the recording, but there we go. Thank you for inspiring me, baby Luigi. Baby Mario, I mean. So as you can see, now only 2 of them are slightly flashing, and I went the wrong way. See, they're flashing, sort of. And now I can get on this red block, which is nice. I like how they did this. It's kind of a reference to both Super Mario 64 in a way, as well as Super Mario World. Because Super Mario 64, you had those 3 buttons, and when you hit those 3 buttons, you would activate blocks that had different hats. Now, although these don't have hats, they are the same color, and they do kind of work the same way in which you need to activate them in order to use them. This is probably more of a reference to Super Mario World, in which you would hit a switch, and then blocks of that color would show up all throughout the land. And you'd be able to use those as platforms, or they could possibly contain items. But I've picked up a couple new pants for a while. In fact, here we have some heart pants, which are much better and increase in both. And also, when I get a new item that's better, I'm usually going to give them to the Mario. So whether it be Baby Mario or Mario, just because he's the top bro, he's appeared in the most games, and he's supposed to be better. So I give them to him. So Luigi kind of gets the shaft a little bit like he usually does, and I'm only increasing that and making it more frequent. But, oh well, Luigi's used to this kind of stuff. Okay, so there we go, we got rid of one flame, and now we just gotta go around and hit water in the other tree stump, because apparently water flying in that direction won't just splash against the wall when it turns, but instead the water will turn somehow. And you'll be able to put out the flame, but luckily physics works like that somehow, so we can go ahead and, well, hit our next button. So really this area, or this section of the area rather, you have 3 buttons, you press them, and then you will get blocks to move over to where the next button is, and you will eventually be able to progress. I overshot that. Let's try that again. There we go. So now spin, and spin, not overshooting it, there we go. Oh yeah, there is a way to cancel the spin by pressing A or B while you're in the middle of spinning. I didn't see that. Oh well. There we go, we now have our green block, and all that remains is the blue block. And we can use the green block to get to the blue block. Now, I'm going to leave the babies behind for a minute, just as a little bit of a speedrunning tactic. I guess, I don't know, not really much of a speedrun here. If I were speedrunning it, I probably wouldn't be getting in as many battles, and wouldn't be cutting anything out, like I shouldn't be, if I were doing a speedrun. But I am not, so I am cutting stuff out, like this battle where Mario got a level up, and then Luigi got a level up. Level 10, we're in the double digits, awesome. And he only got +1, even though there was just a +5. You'll start to get bigger bonuses later on, so get ready for then. Okay, so here's a short little easy room with a 10 coin in it, yay. That's all that we came here for. And actually that was. Man, I thought that room is a part of this room. But here's a little bit of a puzzle where you want to move the blocks in such a way, I messed up, so that water will somehow be able to change its direction like 4 times in order to hit that flame. I don't know how it works, but don't question it. We kinda need this to work, otherwise we're never going to get to Bowser Jr. and get our Cobalt Star pieces back. I keep on wanting to say Crystal Star. Stupid 1000-year door. Although granted, I haven't played that in forever. I bought it used, like I did a whole bunch of the other GameCube games that I have. I just haven't gotten around to playing it yet. I need to. On that subject, sort of. I've been talking to a couple friends randomly about how, like, I've been buying all this used stuff, and then they would say something about, like, their video game systems. And also, I'm saving that guy for later until I can show him off in a better battle. But there we go, we're done with that area. But anyways, I've been talking to some friends, and they keep on saying, like, they never use their Wii anymore. So I've been trying to, like, see if I could buy it off of them or something. So once I get that, and an HD PVR, or something like that, something better than the Dazzle, because, to be quite honest, it's not the best thing in the world. I mean, it works, but I probably won't use it for anything post Nintendo 64, PlayStation 1. After that, I'm probably, like, GameCube and Wii, and PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 2, if I ever get something like that, I'm probably just going to get an HD PVR to record those. But that's probably not going to be for a while. Here we have Coconutters. They can walk up. A lot of their attacks have to do with going behind you. They can go behind you and blow some blow darts at you, which could possibly poison you. They could also throw their spear at you, which you just saw. And they can also put their spear upwards, so you have to hammer them. And also, if you don't kill them right then they will actually summon a rainstorm after holding their spear up. That will heal them, and I'm pretty sure all their allies as well. So you want to watch out for that, and let's go ahead, kill that guy, and get some level ups for babies. Wow, the babies actually have a higher level than the big bros. How did that happen? I honestly have no idea, but no, well, maybe they've just been in more battles. Well, there have been all those sections with, like, the Narantulas, or whatever they were called. I think it was Narantulas. I keep on wanting to say Galvantula, but that's not right. That's a Pokemon. No, well, like here, see, Narantula. If I could hit him with the hammer, even though I don't have to, but there we go. And also in these cloud sections, there are usually like 2 bean spots that you can get, so we're going to be getting a whole bunch of beans. And you want to make sure that you grab these, because there are a couple of really good things that you could get from him. I almost spoiled what it was, but luckily I held my tongue. Okay, so now we gotta head on back. I probably should have thrown the babies and have them go this way. That's why the question blocks were actually a shorter height. But I wanted all the bros to get the experience here. I don't want the babies to be too over-leveled compared to the bros. Right now it's okay, and the bros will catch up. And I'm pretty sure they will even surpass the babies eventually. But let's go ahead and try to quickly grab the there we go. See, this is what I'm talking about. I want all 4 to get in the battle so that they can all get experience. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't split experience. It just gives all 4 of them the same amount that you get if you only had 2 of the bros participating in the battle. So, I don't know. Oh god, he threw a spear. These guys look kind of weird though. I mean, their stance with their legs and stuff. And we can't take the babies with us, so throw them away. In the trash, oh yeah. Okay, dodge that Pidgeot, because we don't have the babies. Hit that block, and we have a little bit of an underground section. So let's go ahead and have them go through that, because it looks as though we have a flame in our way. And we need to go ahead and get rid of that, so that we may progress on. And only the babies can do that, because apparently Mario and Luigi can't fill their hat with water or something like that. And also I gave you the single enemy that I ever skipped ever, because I was getting so annoyed with it and how it wasn't coming down to attack me. So I just said screw it and went on my way. So that's the one enemy that I ever skipped. Honestly, you should be fine and don't have to grind any levels whatsoever, as long as you fight all the enemies in each map, like I am here, except for that one, because that one's a jerk. He can live for being a jerk. But I just didn't want to bother anymore, he was bothering me so much. And there goes a Coconutter, and here we have some level ups for Mario and Luigi. Quite a few level ups in this video, but then again there have been a lot of enemies, and let's actually increase speed and get up +2, awesome. And oh hey, the babies are now a complete level ahead of the bros, and he gets a +3 in speed, so that's slightly better. What else can we get? Probably going to increase speed, yep, speed, +3 again. And poor Luigi does not get a level. Why does nobody ever pay attention to Luigi? Oh, now he gets a level, there we go, a little bit late, aren't you? Well, that's because Mario had +6 experience from the Junior Shrew Boyd, that very first battle. And that's really the only reason, Luigi was barely off that level. But, oh well. Go ahead, grab ourselves a bean from the cloud, kill that guy off screen, get another bean, hit the item, get more crappy smash eggs that I'm never going to use ever, and some cannonballers as well, that's pretty nice. And get yet another bean after baby Luigi malfunctions a little bit. That was weird. Okay, but with that we have our babies up there, so let's get our bros up there by using the Hurricane, another nifty little reference to Superstar Saga, I guess. And go ahead, pick them up, and I will see you all next time, when we see what's behind